Hello YouTube viewers and Extreme Ghostbusters fans. Today I thought I'd take some time to review some of my characters that I got from Extreme Ghostbusters whenever I was a kid growing up, because I absolutely loved the show and had to have all the merchandise that came with it. So first of all, I'll start off with Eduardo here, which was one of the first characters that I got. As you can see, his face sculpt is pretty nice, very cartoony, very angular, especially with his little goatee and his spiky hair. His outfit is radically different from what he wore in the show, because, as you remember in the series, he used to have a green shirt with a orange waistcoat, and I think his trousers were a little bit darker in the show as well. I think they were dark brown. His proton pack, instead of being grey, is blue to distinguish it in some reason. As you can see, his little lead from his proton pack to his gun is missing. It used to be this little kind of rubber tube. The detail on the back of the proton pack is quite nice. It originally did come with like danger and warning stickers and all that nonsense, but they got lost over all the years of fighting ghosts. Originally the proton pack was attached to his back with these little hooks that kind of came over, these little plastic hooks that came over his shoulders and around his waist. I thought that was rubbish, so I removed them and stuck it to his back with blue tack. Since then, I can't find any blue tack, so I've just stuck it on for the time being with a bit of sellotape. So that is Eduardo, and one of my favourites as well. Moving swiftly along, this is Kylie here. As you can see, a bit different from the show too. Her hair's up in a ponytail here, whereas in the actual show she just had her hair down. For some reason, her entire outfit is black and blue, although in the show I think it was orange and kind of a navy colour, I don't know. She also came with a proton pack, which I have Egon wearing here, so she came with this lurid yellow proton pack, which is kind of weird because in the show she just had a girl's gun which kind of attached to her belt, and she wore a trap on her back. So as you can see, I've modified it now, so she has a trap on her back and she's holding a little gun made from a drinking straw. As far as her posability goes, nothing really great. She can sit and stand, her knees don't bend, and her arm goes up and down, and she has this great thing where she drops her gun. She kind of also has a pointy hand for some reason, God knows why. And her hand isn't really that movable. Now there's the other hand, like she can't bend it straight, for example, so that's kind of a bit weird. So, moving on here, this is Roland. Now, this is a different Roland, and I used to have another Roland who was wearing a purple outfit, but I've long since lost him or set him on fire. So, this is the ultra super duper extreme awesome spectacular Roland figure, which came with the super awesome spectacular Extreme Ghostbusters series, where it used to get a massive proton pack. It used to be these giant huge things that like were massive. It literally looked like he was carrying an entire containment chamber on his back, this big blue thing, and he used to press buttons that used to light up and make proton pack noises and shoot little things, and it was really crap. So I think I've lost it or set it on fire, but this is the proton pack. Now I say proton pack, I don't know what the hell it is, because I've never seen this before in the show or in the movies, but it kind of looks a bit like a slime blower, but it's not really. It kind of looks like someone's just strapped a Hoover to the back and went out playing Be Kind Rewind. The gun is kind of a bigger version of the proton gun here, as you can see. All these guns, by the way, used to fire these little missiles at the front whenever you used to press a certain section of the proton gun. But I've lost them or broken them, so I don't know. I'll see here. I've got this one, which I think is for the bigger guns, so I'll take a wee look-see here. Let's see if I can just push that into place. It probably won't work. Yeah, it definitely won't work. Let's see. Nah, that won't work. But I used to fire these little missiles, which was kind of nice. So that's my Roland, who kind of has a facial expression like he really needs to use the bathroom. So I just set him back over here. This is Egon, who came in the range, wearing a what I can assume is a real Ghostbusters one-piece jumpsuit, but for some reason it's dark green, and I forget what colour Egon's was. I think it was blue, I'm not sure. He used to have a ponytail, but I removed that because I thought it looked kind of gay. And he came with a blue pack quite similar to Roland's here, and this was his gun, but I've lost his pack because mainly I probably set it on fire because I thought it was crap, and replaced it with Kylie's proton pack, which was quite cool. And on hindsight, I should have actually given it to Roland because he was the only one in the Extreme Ghostbusters series to actually use this type of proton pack and give Egon the crappy vacuum cleaner one. So as you can see, it's kind of the same design as Eduardo's here, and the backpack's kind of the same. As you can see, I've still got one of the little stickers on the back there. It says Danger Radioactive, which of course is handy. As you can see, it's been attached with blue tack at the back here as well, and I lost his little thingamajigger's little wire, so I've replaced it with a bit of string. So there you go. All the figures in the range did of course come with little accessories, which was cool. They all came with a little trap, which was nice, this little kind of hollow orange trap, even though they were yellow in the cartoon series. So what can you do? So it's just a nice little piece of moulded plastic. They also did come with a little enemy to battle. I remember Eduardo came with this little blue monster with these little fangs in his mouth, and I really wanted Kylie because obviously she came with a little tiny Slimer, and I'm really annoyed that I've lost my little Slimer now because I used to love him. He was one of my little favourites. I used to have him clinging to the top of my Ecto 1. Would have been nice if they'd released a Garrett in a little wheelchair, which would have been cool, just to push him around with his little proton pack. And it would have been nice too, because with the size as well, with Garrett, and because he has a wheelchair, they could have fitted little electronics in it, so his little proton gun could have lit up and made noise, which would have been quite nice. But yeah, so these are the 4 surviving Ghostbusters that have spent a lot of time in my roof space, and I thought I'd bring them down today, and I'll let you take a look at them, because I'm sure, I don't know about you, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who really loved Extreme Ghostbusters as children, and probably still do have the merchandise upstairs somewhere, heavily destroyed through years of play and fun, and that's absolutely what these toys brought me. They really did bring me a lot of fun, and they deserve to be remembered, so I've immortalised them forever in this video on YouTube. So thanks very much for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there are countless more online. I've also reviewed the Extreme Ghostbusters Ecto 1, which should be available if you check out my videos. If you like my videos, because I've also reviewed Doctor Who, Toy Story, Robot Wars, and Back to the Future. So if you like any of those, please feel free to add me as a friend and subscribe to my channel. So thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.